Hi, I'm Heather Poduska, host of Winchester.org, and I'm joined today by Lori Russell from the Winchester Community Music School. Hi, Lori. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Heather. Thanks for having me here today.
Great. I'm so excited as a musician to have someone from the music school come and tell us all about the wonderful programming that's available to the Winchester residents and the surrounding areas
Correct.
as well. So thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Can you give us a little history of the music school?
Sure.
It's in that beautiful building now.
We're in that wonderful building that we call our Home for Music, which is up on Highland Avenue, 407 Highland Avenue. And the music school started 30 years ago this year.
And a big anniversary.
A big anniversary year for us. And we started out doing lessons in McCall Middle School after school in the school building. And it was wonderfully successful and great community support. And then in about 1997, the trustees of the school decided to search for their own home to have the music school in, and that's when we purchased the building at 407 Highland Avenue and renovated it. And now it's a thriving school with 23 teaching studios in it and a recording and production studio, it's a concert hall, and that's where we operate all of our activities out of.
That's great. Can you tell me a little bit about the concert hall?
Sure. It's Nichols Concert Hall, named after our founder, Corey Nichols.
Okay.
And it seats about 80 people, and it's where we do all of our concerts and recitals, as well as a number of our early childhood music classes. So it serves two purposes. During the day, it's a great, big, beautiful classroom, and when we have special events, it turns into an auditorium.
That's great. Yeah, that was one of the questions that I had about the school is the difference between going to a private studio for lessons and going to a school is having a space to perform in.
That's a great question, and one that families often ask, what's the difference between coming to us or just having someone come to our home to give us lessons or going to their own home studio? And I think what the differentiator is that when you come to the music school, you're surrounded by lots of other people also making music, so you just walk into the building and it's a great atmosphere, and you're seeing your friends from school or from your church or synagogue there, and all doing something about music together. And you go to your lesson in classroom, and you might be next door to a voice student or to a violin student while you take your piano lesson, for example. But then also you have the opportunity to participate in so many other things, such as our recitals. Many of our teachers all have their own studio recitals throughout the school year, but we also have all school recitals. We have great events called Music Mania in May, on the first Sunday in May, which is a fundraiser for financial aid, but it's where last year we had over 170 students perform throughout the afternoon in a great marathon of music making.
Wow.
It was all about people making music to help other people be able to take music lessons in the future.
Awesome. That's awesome. So you were saying the recitals, but it's not just about lessons and recitals. There are other things going on at the music school.
Absolutely. So it's not just about coming in and taking private lessons. We have a number of people who just come in and participate in ensembles. So we have classical chamber ensembles, vocal ensembles, rock bands, blues ensembles, jazz ensembles. So they may come in and just do that, or they might come in and do a music therapy session with our music therapist.
So tell me a little bit about, I don't think everybody knows what music therapy is.
Right. So music therapy is an expressive therapy where often you'll have someone with special needs or behavioral issues, and music really speaks to them. And so one of the ways to help some successful behaviors is to have that reinforced with music. And so we have a wonderful music therapist who not only does sessions with students at the school, both private and in group, but also she goes out into the community and serves a number of the senior population at the local assisted living or nursing homes as well.
Wow. And then is that funded through the music school, or how is that funded?
That's a great question. And so thanks to a grant from the John and Mary Murphy Foundation, we are able to do the outreach into the community with music therapy.
That's great. So I'm also curious about the ensembles. Are those things that you audition for? for?
Yes, they are, not always, but they are. For example, our Singing for Young Children ensemble, grades 1 through 3, you just sign up and participate. But as you get a little older, our girls' choral program called VoiceWorks, or Broadway and Highland for the high school age students, you do have to take an audition. They're very friendly auditions. What we like to have at our school is it's a placement audition, so we can make sure that you're fitting in with the right level rather than whether or not you're good enough or not. Same thing for the instrumentalists. Often it's a conversation with the coach, the faculty coach, who will run the rehearsals for the ensemble, and sometimes they'll ask you to play as well.
So an audition doesn't necessarily mean performing, or does it always mean performing?
It depends on the ensemble.
So sometimes yes,
sometimes
no.
yes.
That's great. So we have private lessons, and can you tell me the range of what is available for private lessons? You mentioned voice, piano.
Private lessons in every single instrument, including harmonica.
Okay.
So we do have a harmonica teacher up at the music school. So all instruments, both orchestral and band instruments, piano lessons, of course, and as well as voice lessons. And then we also have some group instruction, because sometimes parents feel that their child will be more successful in a group lesson than in a private one-on-one lesson. And so we do group violin, group guitar, group drum set, group keyboard. And so those are all other ways of learning.
And are there any theory classes available?
Yes, we do have music theory. So we have classes and also one-on-one sessions in music theory. Often students are looking for some tutoring to supplement their private instruction, so they'll come to the music school for theory classes, or they're really interested in composing, and so they'll take a lesson in composition. Or perhaps you're interested in writing your own songs, popular or rock songs, and so we have a songwriting teacher also at the school.
That's great. And you mentioned different ages, so you have classes for how young to how old?
So our group early childhood music classes start as young as 18 months.
Wow.
And so the 18-month-year-olds would come in with their parent or caregiver and take the class together, which is a wonderful bonding experience. And then our private lesson program and ensemble program, we have students all the way through adults, including one student who's 100 years old this year.
That's great. That's great. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, every age level.
Absolutely.
And while we were chatting before, you said it's not just classical music. So someone who's interested in blues or rock,
or jazz.
There's something available for them as well.
Exactly. The school, when it was founded, certainly started out in a more traditional sense with classical music lessons. But as we've matured as a school, so has our programming. So now we offer a very strong jazz program with great jazz faculty, as well as a strong program in rock and pop and blues music, which we call our underground program at WCMS, because most of those classes happen in the lower level of the music school, where we've got all this great equipment. So you just come in, you don't need to bring your own amps or keys or anything like that. You just come in and you can plug in and play.
That's
and
great.
So the underground program suits the whole modern music genre.
That's great. So you have Nichols Hall, which is the on-site
concert hall.
But does the school help facilitate or I don't know how to phrase the question, but help the students find other performing opportunities outside of the school? So if you're a budding jazz musician and you want to play around Boston, or does the school help them learn how to suss out those opportunities?
Right. Well, what we see often is that students will come to us and play in one of our ensembles, and those ensembles will stick together and play outside of the school and go off and get their own gigs. So that happens a lot with our jazz ensembles. You've seen a couple of our jazz ensembles, both a student one and an adult student one, out playing in the community quite a bit right now. And they both start at the music school. So yes, that happens. But also with our rock bands, a lot of the winners of the Battle of the Bands that happens every year, a lot of those students started in our rock and blues band at the music school.
Wow. So do you have to have your group formed before you go to the school?
Absolutely
or can you come
not.
as an individual?
Come as an individual or come with your friends, and we'll put together the ensemble that fits.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So Another thing that you had mentioned that I was really curious about was the recording studio, which is incredible to have available in Winchester.
Right here in Winchester. So this is a fairly new component of the school. We've had it for a while, but it really is becoming more popular and more formalized at the school. It's right adjacent to Nichols Hall. And if you go into the hall, you'll see the great big recording booth window looking out into the hall. And so it's fully equipped with all of the software and recording board. And we have a wonderful recording and production teacher, Matt Pendergast, on our faculty. And so folks will come in and we do solo recordings, and we've done whole ensembles as well. And you'll record in Nichols Hall, and we've got all of the microphones, wonderful special needs microphones also, so it's just not all one size fits all, but the right saxophone or microphone for a saxophone or for a vocalist or for the pianist. And he'll mic everything up correctly and put all of the right sound baffling needed so that you sound really wonderful. And then the CD is mixed right there, the recording is mixed right there in the studio, and then produced, and you can walk away with a CD or an MP3 file or whatever it is that fits your needs for your purpose.
That's awesome. Now, do you have to be enrolled at the school to use the studio?
You do not. You do not. So you just call the school, and we set you up to have a conversation with Matt, and
he's
figure
the
out your needs.
engineer as well?
He's the engineer.
Okay.
And the nice thing about coming to the music school to do that type of thing is, let's say you may need a backup band, or you may need a little coaching for your songs, or you need someone to play guitar for while you're singing your songs. We have all of the different faculty to match you up with to make that all happen.
So if I came in and I had a great Spanish set I wanted to do, and I didn't have a guitarist in my back pocket, I could call and say, do you have somebody?
Right, and you could hire one of our teachers to record with you.
That's great.
Which is an awesome way to do it.
That is totally awesome.
Have all these professional musicians at your disposal to match up with.
So tell me more about the teachers.
Oh, okay. So we have over 60 faculty members, all professionally trained at some of the leading conservatories across the country and actually around the world. We have a very international faculty as well. And they're all, in addition to being teaching artists, they're also professional musicians. So the majority of them are also out in the real world performing. And so that's the great thing about having a music school right in our own community in Winchester, is that you don't need to go into Boston to have some of the people who are making that great music in Boston all the time.
Right.
They're right here in Winchester, either performing in our concert series or teaching you.
Yeah, that's great. And now, you mentioned something a few minutes ago about Music Mania.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
We have a few signature events at the music school, and Music Mania is one of them. It happens on the first Sunday in May each year.
Okay.
And it's really something that has grown over the past 5 years. It's very well supported by the local Winchester businesses who provide ads and prizes and special funding to make it all possible. And it's our music students and teachers perform in 3 different venues throughout the afternoon simultaneously. So there's all these concerts going on, and they're all doing it so that it's much like a walkathon, for example. So they might get pledges for their own little performance.
Oh,
And that money that's raised, all the money that's raised, goes to help our financial aid program, which last fiscal year, we gave away close to $60,000 in financial aid to the community.
If somebody wanted to take lessons and they couldn't afford it, there is financial aid available.
Absolutely. So we serve Winchester and all of our surrounding communities. You don't need to be a Winchester resident to take advantage of the music school.
That's great. So you have Music Mania. Are there any other special events that are coming up?
We kick off our year each year with Music Fest, which is our annual open house. It usually involves an instrument petting zoo and a lot of open classes, drumming circles, fun activities for families to come and enjoy. And then in March this year, we have a very special event coming up. I hope you'll join us for this, Heather. It's our Let the Music Play Gala. It's on March 31st, and it's in the evening, and it's our gala to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the music school, as well as the completion of our capital campaign that ended on December 31st of 2011.
Okay, great. So tell me, what's the gala? Is it going to be dancing? I'm sure there'll be music.
Yes. Well, that's, I think, the differentiator with our gala is that the music is going to be simply fabulous.
I bet it'll be spectacular.
And so when you come to our gala, we have a big tent attached to the front of our Home for Music building. And in that tent, that's one performing venue with dancing, and that'll feature a faculty rock band for your dancing pleasure. And then when you come into the building, in our beautiful salon-style living room, that's going to be turned into a room full of blues nightclub, and will feature the Tim Gartland Blues Trio. And then in our Nichols Performance Hall, we will begin the evening with a pre-gala concert of classical music, performed, of course, by our faculty, and then that will switch over to a quintessential jazz nightclub featuring some of our jazz faculty performances. And so you can just roam and mix and mingle with your friends, great food, complimentary beer, wine, soft drinks, a specialty cocktail, of course, and a silent auction, and just come and join us and celebrate the music school's 30th anniversary.
That sounds like a fabulous
a lot of fun.
A little bit of something for everyone.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad you're talking about the different genres, because I really do think that there's a little bit of a misconception that the music school is...
That's right.
Not that there's anything wrong with classical music, but that there are other options available too.
Yes, that was part of our history, and now our breadth of offerings have certainly expanded, and people need to expand with us and understand that.
Yeah. And one thing, as the parent of 3 kids, I'm curious about camps.
Yes. In the summer.
In the summer, and are there any special programs during school breaks?
We do have some vacation week programs, and so I encourage everyone to visit our website and check that out.
And your website is
winchestermusic.org.
Okay.
Or during the summer, we have a lot of week-long programs, day programs for students, starting as young as 4- and 5-year-olds with our Music Adventure program, all the way up through high school age students. We have a summer chamber music program, a summer underground program for the rock students. We have a percussion festival. We have a vocal institute for vocal arts. And so I encourage you to check out all those offerings. They are just coming out this spring.
Great. And as long as we were talking about schools, I was also curious, I think I read something about the music school cooperating with the public schools in certain ways. I don't know if you could tell me more about that.
We try to very much be collaborative with the Winchester Public School Music Program. So that's one of the reasons why we offer complementary programs to what you could get in public school. So for example, in the school program, there's a jazz band, there's a full orchestra, there's a full chorus. We don't offer those same activities at the music school. We'll offer small chamber ensembles or a girls only chorus to complement those activities but not duplicate them.
So if somebody was they could take private cello lessons at the school and then do the community orchestra. Something like that.
Right, play in the school orchestra. And often those students who supplement their group class lessons in public school and take some private lessons become the real leaders in their school music program, their school orchestra.
I'm sure they do. And you were mentioning, I wanted to get back to the recording studio because you mentioned something that I thought was be of interest to parents or students in high school of using the recording studio for college applications. Yes,
we've noticed a lot during the fall and early winter of a lot of high school seniors coming in and taking advantage of the recording studio services so that they can make a supplemental CD to go along with their college applications. And even if they're not applying to music school, it's a great thing to do just to show that you've studied piano for 5 or 6 years and this is what you've accomplished. So it's a great thing to show the different colleges and universities you're applying to, all your different accomplishments.
Absolutely. And then is there anything at the music school, if somebody was interested in a career in music, any kind of I don't know, career counseling or
Yes.
advice giving?
Oh, yes. We have a number of students who, at the music school, who do decide to go into music for college and as a profession. And so all of our teachers are very well equipped in preparing students for the audition process to get into music school or music conservatory. And a lot of this, including myself, tend to meet with parents and talk about the process as young, as they think they're ready. So sometimes students are in their sophomore or junior year trying to get them on the right track and in the right direction of all the different things that they need to do in order to be ready when they're a senior to take those auditions and be successful in getting into the schools that they want. And so we've all done it before. We can help you.
And it's so important to have that advice and that helping hand, because there is a method to it, and you need to be, it's like test taking. You need to know how to do the process in addition to being able to excel at your instrument.
Right, and often parents won't know. If they're not musicians themselves, they won't know how to help their child. And so turning to the staff and the faculty at the music school, we can really be a help to you.
So, and talking about the staff, can you tell us what your musical background is?
Sure. I am a classically trained percussionist. My specialty is the marimba.
The marimba?
Yeah. And I'm a graduate of the Hart School of Music in Hartford, Connecticut, many years ago. And though I don't play professionally any longer, but I have taught public school music. I loved doing that, but I really have enjoyed being an administrator, or an arts administrator, and that came out of my own college career, where I was a student intern at the community music school at the University of Hartford's Hart School.
So it's full circle.
It's full circle. I enjoyed that experience immensely and thought, wow, I wish I'd had this when I was growing up. And that was a great way.
We're just so lucky in Winchester to have the music school. Really.
It's right here.
And to have someone as talented as you are to run the school is also a special treat as well. So Lori, is there anything else that we should know about the school?
I just wanted to mention that, in addition to being all ages and all genres, you don't necessarily need to come to the music school to make your own music. You can just come in and enjoy music at the school. And so throughout the year, we probably serve over 5,000 people who just will simply come in and enjoy our faculty recital series, or our faculty chamber music concert, or the faculty rock band concert that we do every October, or the great student recitals. So we also have community music making evenings where members of the community can show up and participate in or enjoy open mic nights, our blues jams, and also our Broadway on Highland Open Sing evenings.
What's the Broadway Open Sing evening?
We do them 4 times a year. And you come in, and we have one of our staff accompanists. You have a half hour. You can come in and rehearse your song that you want to sing, and we set Nichols Hall up cabaret style.
Oh, cool!
And you get up and you can sing your favorite Broadway tune with a professional accompanist. And then we also have sing-along numbers for all the participants and the audience members throughout the evening. And so it's a fun event. And so check our website for the next upcoming event.
Great.
But
give us the web address one more time?
Sure, winchestermusic.org.
And does it list the student recitals as well?
Absolutely.
So student and faculty and upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
And the big one coming up is the gala on March 31st.
Correct, yes.
And we hope that it's full of.
I hope so too. And if you're interested, we also have our Facebook page, Winchester Community Music School's Facebook page, which has a lot of great tips and interesting articles about music, so check that out. And also, we're on Twitter too.
Oh, you're high tech.
So WCM School is our Twitter handle.
Great.
So check that out, especially for last-minute announcements about classes or concerts.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Heather.
And sharing everything about the music school. We're really lucky to have you here.
Thank you
so much. And thank you for joining us again for another episode of Winchester.org. I'm Heather Poduska, and if you'd like to know more about the music school, you can visit the website. And if you'd like to know more about WinCam, you can visit wincam.org or call and talk to Dave Gauthier. Thank you so much for joining us.